Vishnu is a central god and one of the three deities of the Trimurti in Hinduism. He is the supreme god Svayambhava in Vaishnavism. He is also known as Narayana and Hari. As one of the five primary forms of God in the Smarta tradition, he is conceived as the preserver or the protector in Hindu sacred texts. Vishnu is usually described as having dark complexion of water-filled clouds and having four arms. He is depicted as a pale blue being, as are his incarnations Rama and Krishna. He holds a Padma in his lower left hand, the Kaumodaki Gada in his lower right hand, the Panchajanya Shankar in his upper left hand, and the discus weapon, considered to be the most powerful weapon according to Hindu religion, Sudarshana Chakra in his upper right hand. Etymology. The traditional explanation of the name Vishnu involves the root vis, meaning to settle, or also to enter into, to pervade, glossing the name as the all-pervading one. Yaska, an early commentator on the Vedas, in his Nirukta, defines Vishnu as Visnavasvata Virginia Vyasnota Virginia, one who enters everywhere. He also writes, Athayad visitor bhavati tad Visna bhavati, that which is free from fetters and bondages is Vishnu. Adi Shankara in his commentary on the Sahasranama states derivation from vis, with a meaning, presence everywhere. Adi Shankara states, the power of the Supreme Being has entered within the universe. The root vis means, enter into. Swami Chinmayananda, in his translation of Vishnu Sahasranama, further elaborates on that verse. The root vis means to enter. The entire world of things and beings is pervaded by him, and the Upanishad emphatically insists in its mantra, whatever that is, there is the world of change. Hence, it means that he is not limited by space, time or substance. Chinmayananda states that which pervades everything is Vishnu. Sacred texts, Shruti and Smriti. Shruti is considered to be solely of divine origin. It is preserved as a whole, instead of verse by verse. It includes the four Vedas, the Brahmanas, the Aranyakas and the Upanishads with commentaries on them. Smrti refers to all the knowledge derived and inculcated after Shruti had been received. Smrti is not divine in origin, but was remembered by later rishis by transcendental means and passed down through their followers. It includes the Bhagavata Purana and the Vishnu Purana, which are Sattva Puranas. These both declare Vishnu as Para-Brahman, Supreme Lord who creates unlimited universes and enters each one of them as Lord of Universe. Shruti. Vaishnava Canon. The Vaishnava Canon presents Vishnu as the Supreme Being, rather than another name for the Sun God, who also bore the name Suryunaraja and is considered only as a form of Vishnu. Vedas. In the Yajur Veda, Taittiriya Aranyaka, Narayana Suktam, Lord Narayana is mentioned as the Supreme Being. The first verse of Narayana Suktam mentions the words Paramimpadam, which literally mean highest post, and may be understood as the supreme abode for all souls. This is also known as Paramdharma, Paramapadam, or Vaikantha. Rig Veda 1.2.2.20a also mentions the same, Paramimpadam. This special status is not given to any deity in the Vedas apart from Lord Vishnu, Narayana. Narayana is one of the 1,000 names of Vishnu as mentioned in the Vishnu Sahasranama. It describes Vishnu as the all-pervading essence of all beings, the master of and beyond, the past, present and future, one who supports, sustains and governs the universe and originates and develops all elements within. This illustrates the omnipresent characteristic of Vishnu. Vishnu governs the aspect of preservation and sustenance of the universe, so he is called preserver of the universe. Vishnu is the supreme God who takes manifest forms or avatars across various ages or periods to save humanity from evil beings, demons or asuras. According to the extant Hindu texts and traditions, Lord Vishnu is considered to be resident in the direction of the Makara Rashi, which is about coincident with the Capricorn constellation. Following the defeat of Indra and his displacement as the Lord of Heaven or Swarga, Indra asks Lord Vishnu for help, and thus Lord Vishnu takes his incarnations or avatars to earth to save mankind, thus showing his position as supreme god to all of creation. In the Puranas, Indra frequently appears proud and haughty. These bad qualities are temporarily removed when Brahma or Shiva give boons to asuras or rakshasas such as Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu and Ravana, who are then able to defeat Indra in wars between devas and asuras. The received boons often made asuras virtually indestructible. Indra has no option but to seek help from Vishnu. Indra prays before Vishnu for protection, and the Supreme Lord obliges him by taking avatars and generating himself on earth in various forms. First as a water dweller, then as an amphibious creature, then as a half-man half-animal. Later, Vishnu appears as human beings, Parashurama, Rama, Balarama, or Buddha according to certain schools, Krishna, and finally as Kalki for performing his task of protecting his devotees from demons and anti-religious entities. Vishnu's supremacy is attested by his victories over those very powerful entities. It is further attested by the accepted iconography and sculptures of Vishnu in reclining position as producing Brahma emerging from his navel. Brahma, the creator, is thus created in turn by Vishnu out of his own person. Instead, Vishnu takes various avatars to slay or defeat those demons. But it is to be noted that Vishnu also provided boons to Akupreshura, a barefaced demon who was destroyed by Lord Shiva. Vishnu's actions lowered Indra's ranking among Hindu deities and led to the ascendancy of Vishnu. Rigveda. In the Rigveda, Vishnu is mentioned 93 times. He is frequently invoked alongside other deities, especially Indra, whom he helps in killing Vritra and with whom he drinks soma. His distinguishing characteristic in the Vedas is his association with light. 2 Rigvedic hymns in Mandala 7 are dedicated to Vishnu. In 7.99, Vishnu is addressed as the god who separates heaven and earth, a characteristic he shares with Indra. The Rigveda describes Vishnu as close friend of Indra. In Vishnavokananda, Vishnu, who is younger brother to Indra, is identified as Vamana, avatar of Vishnu, hence referred to as Vishnu by Vaishnavites. Vishnu is the supreme god who lives in the highest celestial region, contrasted against those who live in the atmospheric or terrestrial regions. Vishnu is content with mere prayer, unlike almost all of the other gods who receive sacrificial offerings such as Havis, which is given using clarified butter, or soma. Later foreign translators have viewed that Vedas place Indra in a superior position to Vishnu's avatar of Vamana, but in fact Vamana helps Indra by restoring his kingdom. Jan Gonda, the late Indologist, states that Vishnu, although remaining in the background of Indra's exploits, contributes by his presence, or is key to Indra's success. Vishnu is more than a mere companion, equal in rank or power to Indra, or sometime the one who made Indra's success possible. Descriptions of Vishnu as younger to Indra are found in only the hymns to Indra, but in a Kathanatheism religion like that of the Rigveda, each god, for a time, is supreme in the mind of the devotee. In the Rigvedic texts, the deity or god referred to as Vishnu is the sun god, who also bears the name Suryanarayana. By contrast, the Vishnu referred to in Vishnu Purana, Vishnu Sahasranamam, and Purusha Suktam is Lord Narayana, the consort of Lakshmi. Vaishnavites make a further distinction by extolling the qualities of Vishnu by highlighting his differences from other deities such as Shiva, Brahma or Surya. 3 Steps Hymn 7.100 refers to the celebrated 3 steps of Vishnu by which he strode over the universe and in 3 places planted his step. The Vishnu Suktam says that the first and second of Vishnu's strides are visible to men and the third is in the heights of heaven. This last place is described as Vishnu's supreme abode in RV 1:22.20. The princes evermore behold that loftiest place where God Vishnu is, laid as it were an eye in heaven. Griffiths, princes are the Sari, either inciters, or lords of the sacrifice, or priests charged with pressing the soma. The verse is quoted as expressing Vishnu's supremacy by Vaishnavites. Though such solar aspects have been associated with Vishnu by tradition as well as modern scholarship, he was not just the representation of the sun, as he moves both vertically and horizontally. In hymns 122.17, 1, 154.3, 1, 154.4 he strides across the earth with 3 steps. In 6, 49.13, 7, 100.3 strides across the earth 3 times, and in 1, 154.1, 1, 155.5, 7, 29.7 he strides vertically, with the final step in the heavens. The same Veda also says he strode wide and created space in the cosmos for Indra to fight Vritra. By his stride he made dwelling for men possible, the 3 forming a symbolic representation of the dwelling's all-encompassing nature. This nature and benevolence to men were Vishnu's enduring attributes. As the triple strider he is known as Trivikrama and Azurikrama, for the strides were wide. Brahmanas. The Brahmanas are commentaries on the Vedas and form part of the Shruti literature. They are concerned with the detail of the proper performance of rituals. In the Rig Veda, Shakala Shaka, Aitareya Brahmana verse 1 declares, Agni Vidavanameva mo Visnuparamis. Tadantrina Sava Anyadevata. Agni is the lowest or youngest god and Vishnu is the greatest and the highest god. The Brahmanas assert the supremacy of Lord Vishnu, addressing him as Gajapati, the one whom all sacrifices are meant to please. Lord Vishnu accepts all sacrifices to the demigods and allots the respective fruits to the performer. In one incident, a demonic person performs a sacrifice by abducting the Rishisa, who meditate by constantly chanting God's name. The sacrifice is meant to destroy Indra, but the Rishisa, who worship Indra as a demigod, alter one pronunciation of the Veda mantra, reversing the purpose of the sacrifice. When the fruit of the sacrifice is given and the demon is on the verge of dying, he calls to Vishnu, whom he addresses as Supreme Godhead and the Father of all living entities including himself. Aitareya Brahmana 1.1.1 mentions Vishnu as the Supreme God, but in the Vaishnava canon, in different ages, with Vishnu in different avatars, his relationship with the asuras or demons was always adversarial. The asuras always caused harm, while the sages and devas or celestial beings did penance and called to Vishnu for protection. Vishnu always obliged by taking an avatar to vanquish the asuras. In the Vaishnava canon, Vishnu never gave or granted any boons to the asuras, distinguishing him from the gods Shiva and Brahma, who did. He is the only god called upon to save good beings by defeating or killing the asuras. Sayana writes that in Aitareya Brahmana 1.1.1 the declaration Agni Vidavanameva mo Visnuparamis, Tadantrina Savaranyadevata does not indicate any hierarchy among gods. Even in Rigveda Samhita, Avama and Parama are not applied to denote rank and dignity, but only to mark place and locality. In Rigveda 1.108.9, Yadindrani Avamasyam Prathivyam Madhyamashyam Paramasyam Utastar, i.e., in the lowest place, the middle, and the highest. Agni, the fire, has, among the gods, the lowest place, for he resides with man on the earth while the other gods are either in the air, or in the sky. Vishnu occupies the highest place. The words Avama and Parama are understood as first and last, respectively. To support this claim, Sayana adduces the mantra, Agni Mukham Prathmodavathanam Samathanam Uttamo Vishnu Asit, i.e., Agni was the first of the deities assembled, Vishnu the last. In the Kaushitaki Brahmana, Agni is called Aradhya, and Vishnu Parada, i.e., belonging to the lower and higher halves. The Vishnu Purana gives tremendous importance to the worship of Vishnu and mentions that sacrifices are to begin only with both the lighting of fire, or Agni, pouring of sacrificial offerings to Vishnu in Agni, so that those offerings reach and are accepted by Vishnu. Worship of Vishnu through yajnas and other rituals will not achieve the desired result if Agni's role is neglected. Mahabharata describes Vishnu as one of the 49 fires, and the fire in whose honor oblations of clarified butter are enjoined to be made. Here at the Datta and Purnamasya sacrifices, and who is known as Vishnu in this world, is called Angaras, or Dritaman. Muller says, although the gods are sometimes distinctly invoked as the great and the small, the young and the old, this is only an attempt to find the most comprehensive expression for the divine powers, and nowhere is any of the gods represented as the subordinate to others. It would be easy to find, in the numerous hymns of the Veda, passages in which almost every single god is represented as supreme and absolute. Smrita, Vishnu Smrita, the Vishnu Smrti, is one of the later books of the Dharma Shastra tradition of Hinduism and the only one that focuses on the Bhakti tradition and the required daily puja to Vishnu, rather than the means of knowing Dharma. It is also known for its handling of the controversial subject of the practice of sati. The text was composed by an individual or group. The author created a collection of the commonly known legal maxims that were attributed to Vishnu into one book. As Indian oral culture began to be recorded more formally, Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu is the only Bhagavan as declared in the Bhagavata 1:2-1:1 in the verse, Vadata tatatva vidas tatvam yaj jainanam advayam brahmeta paramatmeta Bhagavaniti subjate. Translated as, learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Krishna Devapayana Vyasadeva, also called Badarayana, is a writer of Srimad Bhagavad. He is the Lord, the Bhagavan, among the philosophers who in India assembled all the holy texts. Sangam literature. Tamil Sangam literature mentions Mayan, or the Dark One, as the supreme deity who creates, sustains and destroys the universe. Parapadal 3 describes the glory of Thirumal in the most superlative terms. Parapadalbikaduvanalavarana. Tinal theralni puvinanarani kalanulmana uni solanal vari marathinal anbuni marathinal main thuni vathadthu marini. Buthaidthu madaluni venkudaroli uni thingalulali unianidthunianidthanut poruluni. The last line states that Lord Vishnu is the supreme deity who is the inner controller of the entire universe. This is one of the Lord's glories, which is first mentioned in Vedas and later propounded by Alwards in Prabandhams and Sri Vishnavariti Acharyas in various commentaries. The Sri Ranganathaswamy Temple and Vishnu Lakshmi is mentioned in Tamil works of literature of the Sangam era, including the epic Silapadikaram, Iram Viratalu Talayutayarantira Payapalat Palatalu Tetaviriti Right Kaviri Vayan Paruturu Tiravamama Pankatavanamam on the magnificent cot having 1,000 heads spread out, worshipped and praised by many, in an islet surrounded by Kaveri with bellowing waves, is the lying posture of the one who has Lakshmi sitting in his chest. Theological attributes. The actual number of Vishnu's auspicious qualities is countless, although his 6 most important divine glories are Jnana, defined as the power to know about all beings simultaneously. Aishvarya, derived from the word Ishvara, which means unchallenged rule over all. Shakti, the capacity to make the impossible possible. Bala, the capacity to support everything by will and without any fatigue. Virya, the power to retain immateriality as the supreme spirit or being in spite of being the material cause of mutable creations. Tekas, which expresses self-sufficiency and the capacity to overpower everything by spiritual effulgence. Other important qualities attributed to Vishnu are Gambhirya, Audaya, and Karanya. Natya Shastra lists Vishnu as the presiding deity of the Srngara Rasa. The Rigveda states that Lord Vishnu can traverse the entire universe in 3 strides. The first stride covers the mortal realm. The second stride covers the intermediate visible sky consisting of all the lesser realms. And the third stride covers what cannot be seen by mortals and consists of all the countless realms where the higher beings and the righteous dead reside. The Sanskrit for to stride is the root kram, its reduplicated perfect is chakram or chakra, and in the Rigveda he is called by epithets such as Vichakra Manas equals, he who has made 3 strides. The Sanskrit word chakra also means wheel. That may have suggested the idea of Vishnu carrying a chakra. 5 forms. See also Pankaratra. The Sri Vaishnavism school within Hinduism dates to around the 10th century AD and believes that Vishnu assumes 5 forms: the para form, the Vyuha form, the Vibhava form, the Antaryami form, the Arkavatara or image manifestation form.